Oil lubrication in fault because we don't have lubrication actually. You know why? With the reset, the alarm disappear. The only message that we have now is reference point missing, so we need the reference point. Okay, the push button to make reference is this one.
Okay.
Be careful that the two selectors here, one is for the feed axis, must be 100% or...
And that's the spindle.
No, this is spindle, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Alright, so WC.
Yeah. We push this push button and the axis start to move. You can see here that axis move automatically.
Oh, they move that automatically. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had to push which axis.
No. You can do it also each axis one by one, but with this push button you can obtain the same. Okay, we can go. Okay. One important thing is when all axes are referenced, you don't have the message.
No alarm messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have messages or alarm here, the machine is ready to work.
Now how come that's not at zero?
Yeah. It's not zero because the table is hydraulic. So that means the other axes are electrical. So that means that the position of the table is not so accurate.
So it has what, 550,000 play?
Those are millimeters. So it's just a little half millimeter.
Okay, all right.
But if you see a value in minus, that means that the table is referencing. Okay? Perché non ce l'avevo al massimo. No, va bene. Dovrebbe non fare idea, ma tanto abbiamo visto che era a posto anche ieri. Okay. How to move axis in jog? Okay. Actually, we are in ref point. You can see that if you when you choose the push button, also on the screen in this position, the screen show you in which mode you are. If we push jog again, jog appears. Okay. So now you can select all axes. For example, X is the table. Minus and plus move minus in this direction. Okay. The speed of the table you can regulate with this. Okay. You see that now until to stop. Okay. Minus and plus. The other axis, Y, Z is the vertical, Y is the horizontal, and U is the dress. Okay, so I will show you Z,
by that. If you increase it, right, it'll come.
No,
No?
not exactly. This one is only for the table. Yeah,
Okay, only
because
for
the table, the movement of the table is hydraulic.
Okay.
Is a
Controlled by that. then.
yeah.
Okay.
For the three electrical axes, U, Z, and Y, you can control by this. Y minus and plus, minus, and U. Okay.
When you bring the wheel across and dress it, diamond dress it, bring the wheel and dress with a diamond.
You want to do it
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I want to. I want to go.
No problem. Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. I will show them
Yes,
step by step.
right.
Yeah. We will write a dress.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is to move in jog all axis. If you wanna move and jog by hand with all axis, you need to be in a jog and push also this push button VAR. It's variable. You must have jog and VAR at the same time. And you can see
At the same time, simultaneously.
no. You, at the same time, they have
Just
appeared.
jog
So
and
just jog and then
Okay.
if you push again jog, you return in the normal jog. If you want to use the hand wheel, you push this. Okay. You can see also here that you change the meaning of your push button. Now you are in jog.
Yes.
If you push this one, you are in jog with 1 micron each step of the handle. Okay.
Now, can you change that? Can you go 1, 10, 100, or no?
Oh,
It's
no,
only
no,
one?
no, it's only one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's only one. Yes. To move all axes by handle, you follow the same explication than before. You can choose the axis, not X because it is hydraulic, it's not electrical. So, for example, Y, you can see here, plus minus, okay. Z, plus minus, U, plus minus, okay. And this is jog. This is a complete jog mode. Okay, a little explication about the keyboard. So we can start from this. This is the hydraulic unit on for the table. I switch off just to not have a noise. Lamp. This one recalled dressing during the cycle, so actually at this moment it's not available. You have to be in the work cycle. So at the moment that you feel that the wheel is working hard and you need dressing, you can push this push button. I will show you later. Okay. This one is the wheel power. It means that we usually in the automatic cycle it's appear automatically, but in the case that you want use the wheel out of one cycle just to see if it's turning or not, you have to give power before and then give another information that I will show you later. Okay. Anyway, you have to know that this one is the power for the wheel. Okay. This is the lubrication.
Does that green button just jog the wheel a little bit, like?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't happen because you have to know that not actually, because yesterday we discovered that the inverter, the system to give a number of RPM, it doesn't run.
Okay.
So actually, the wheel turn to one fixed number of speed, because it is connected directly. Okay. But in the case that when the inverter will be
Coming in.
When you will have the inverter and the inverter will
install
run, you can decide by CNC how many RPM you want turn, and before to do this you have to give power to the inverter inside the electrical cabinet. So with this one you just give the power to the inverter. Lubrication for all axis. Consider that the lubrication is automatic. Each 20 minutes, the pump that actually is not running, it gives 10 seconds of oil on the axis. If you want, you can give a command by your hand, just in case you wanna see if the pump is running or not. These are the push button. Okay, we can say that those push button, we say that this one is a calling for dressing, and this one is a start, cycle start. I will show you the cycle later. This machine has the possibility to use in manual mode at the beginning of cycle of the work cycle, in case that the operator wants use the hand wheel to go to touch the piece. One example: you have 10 pieces with the same size, but you know better than me that the size can change because all pieces must be worked. So in the case that you touch your piece with the size higher, you work your piece, okay, you take it away, you put the other one, and you discover that the machine start to cut air because the size of the second piece is smaller than the first one. So in that case, you can help the machine to go fastly down using the hand wheel in the cycle. When you arrive to touch your second piece, for you it's time to start the real cycle, automatic cycle. So you can push this push button to continue automatically. I will show you later one example that we will do it. Okay. For the moment, you can put in your brain that this one is to call dressing, this one is to start automatic cycle. Okay. Then the other push button, jog, you know already what it is. MDA is a way to execute some single functions. For example, I program M3S1000. That means that I won't turn my wheel at 1000 RPM. If I write this instruction, later I put just one time G04 is a time for dwell time. Yes, you're right. If I give start, so MDA execute function in singular way. With reset, I stop all functions. this is the brake inside the electrical cabinet that stop the wheel in a short time. Otherwise, you can wait 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes before that the wheel stop. Automatic. We will see it later.
Yep.
Ref point, you have seen already. Those two, forget it, because you have to know that this CNC produced by Siemens should be used for all kind of machine, drilling machines, boring machines, and so those two functions are not used in our grinding machine. Okay. Stop cycle, start cycle, when we are in automatic. This one you know what is already. Is just we have talked about the use of hand wheel and jog. Reference point. Those is clear, I think. And talking about this one is a stop spindle, a start spindle, but is not used on this machine because in grinding machines it's dangerous to stop the wheel when you are working. When the machine is working, you cannot stop the wheel. Should be dangerous because if you are on the piece, you cannot stop the wheel at that time. That's why the regulation of speed of the wheel should be from 100%. You can increase until 120. You can decrease until 50, not to 0, because for the same reason. What more? The coolant. The coolant, this one is just one, come si dice rubinetto?
Handle.
It's like an handle. I mean, during the automatic cycle, the coolant the water will come automatically. But if you have to check something and you want to stop,
Turn off the water.
yeah, you can use this push button to. If you want to start it again, you push the second time the coolant. The single block is a normal single block for all kind of CNC. If you want to execute step by step the program inside the CNC. Okay, this is a panoramic of all the keys in the keyboard, and now we can see how we can use in automatic mode the machine. So if you are in jog, you have one push button called the Phoenix grind, or in automatic too. We can do it in automatic, so it doesn't matter if you do if you push this push button in jog or automatic. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we go in the software that Phoenix has done to use the Favretto machine in automatic mode. So we have five key. The first one, the most important, is teach-in grinding. We call it teach-in because the position of the axis on the piece should be memorized pushing a push button. So you don't need to write values inside the program or inside a label. Just we do this. Favretto also do this to help the operator to don't do mistakes. What does it mean, teach-in? That all position of Z and Y and X should be memorized with these 5 push buttons. Okay. A simple example. We imagine to have a piece here. We go to touch with our wheel, our piece. We go down. Okay, we go in jog, of course. we need to move the axis. Z. We can imagine that now we are touching our piece, that is so, okay? We go down. If we want, we can use also the hand wheel, for example, so. You see that Z change. I can imagine to touch on my piece, okay? I touch my piece right now. So I want put in the memory this position. What I do? Thanks, grind. This is Z. When the push button comes blue, the position is put into the memory. All this part is explained in one manual that John has already in his hands. So, and Ted is an expert because he has seen 3 times. One important thing, we came into the teaching cycle. I can return back if you want, just to show you. With this push button, you can return to the
Previous page.
yeah. So, teaching grinding. I've forgotten to say to you that when you come in the teaching cycle, you have another choice that you can do if you want to work with traversing
The wheel back and forth.
y-axis, or if you wanna work just with the infeed of Z and Y locked in one position. That means that the table move, the infeed of Z comes and the Y stay always there if you have a small piece like this. Usually the machine is used with traversing cycle, so you can cover all of your parts in your table. Okay, as I told you, we can memorize within a memory the position of Z. We have to put in the memory also the start position of y-axis and the final position of y-axis. That means that if we have a piece large so, we have to start from here and finish to here. So the first position, the back position, we can imagine to have a piece like this. I want to start with y-axis from the position where I am. I can also move it my y as I want, for example there. Click. Now that position is put in the memory.
Your start point.
Yeah.
And then you put in another position for your finish point?
Yeah. We can imagine that is there. And then I push.
Oh, okay. The third button.
It's very easy. It's very easy. It's easier to do it than explicate it. we have to do the same for X. So we have to give one position here and another position there, for example. So the first position is always on the left side. So we move. You can imagine that our piece is here. So we put in the memory this point, and then we put in the memory the other point. Okay, now the 5 points that we need are put in the memory. What the machine need now is to know all work parameters. So the first, all data that we can put inside our windows are an explication here in this point, in this position. So the first parameter is the total stock removal that we want to cut. And also in this area, one important thing is that, as you see, we have different area of the screen with yellow lines on the board. So the first area is dedicated to one imaging that explicates which kind of parameter we are talking about. This area is for general information, for general parameters. This area is for roughing cycle. This one is for finishing cycle. This one is for spark out cycle. So one grinding cycle has 3 phases: roughing, finishing, and spark out. And the last area is for the general information. Now we will see each one by one. Okay. So the first information that we have to give to the CNC is how much material we want to cut. So stock remove. Grazie.
C'è un po' di alcol lì.
Grazie. Dov'è? Sì,
bagnato.
sì. Grazie. Okay. The second, you see that also we change also the image. It's like a cartoon. No? Total, finishing. You can see a finishing stock, 10 micron, for example, just to try to do something. Rare from in-feed. So in-feed selection. What does it mean? That I wanna have my in-feed when the head is in the back side, or in the front side, or in both of them. So you have to imagine that the machine start to move the table, the y-axis start to move. So we have to say to the machine when it's time to give the in-feed in z-axis. One important thing is when we have some numbers inside our window, we can change those values using this part of the keyboard. For example, I want to put 0.3. or 0.03. With input, I put value inside, okay? When I find some words, I use, should be better if you write it, this push button select to change the meaning of my parameter.